In a faraway kingdom, where castles scraped the clouds and gardens bloomed with enchanted flowers, lived a kind king, blessed with 12 daughters. Each princess was a vision of beauty and grace, their laughter echoing through the palace halls. But beneath their perfect smiles, they held a secret, a mystery that baffled their father and the entire kingdom. Every morning, without fail, the princesses' dancing shoes were found completely worn through, as if they had danced all night long, yet no one ever saw them leave their shared bedroom. The doors were locked, the windows bolted shut. How could 12 pairs of silk slippers be shredded to ribbons by dawn? The king was deeply troubled. He loved his daughters dearly, but this nightly puzzle was a source of great worry. Desperate for an answer, the king made a grand proclamation. "Whosoever can uncover the secret of my daughter's worn-out shoes," he announced to all the land, "shall have my eldest daughter's hand in marriage, and shall inherit my kingdom after me. But be warned," he added gravely, "anyone who tries and fails after 3 nights will be banished forever." Princes from far and wide, intrigued by the challenge and the beauty of the princesses, flocked to the castle. They were confident, each believing they held the key to solving the riddle. The first prince arrived, full of bravado. He was given a chamber next to the princess's bedroom and instructed to keep watch. That evening, the eldest princess brought him a goblet of wine. It seemed a simple gesture of hospitality, but as the prince drank it, a heavy drowsiness overcame him. He fell into a deep sleep, snoring soundly through the night. When he awoke, the 12 pairs of shoes were once again in tatters, and he had seen nothing. The same fate befell him the next 2 nights, and true to the king's word, he was sent away in disgrace. Many other princes followed, but each one succumbed to the sleepy wine and failed the test. Just as the king began to lose all hope, a humble soldier, wounded in a recent war, and with nowhere else to go, heard of the king's proclamation. On his journey to the palace, he met an old woman in the woods. She listened to his story, and taking pity on him, offered some advice. "Do not drink the wine the princesses offer you," she whispered, handing him a small unassuming cloak. "And wear this. It will make you invisible. Follow them, and you will learn their secret." The soldier, grateful for her help, arrived at the castle and was welcomed, though with little fanfare. That evening, just as the old woman had predicted, the eldest princess offered him a goblet of wine. Remembering the warning, he only pretended to sip it, secretly letting the liquid trickle into a hidden sponge. He then feigned a deep sleep, even letting out a few soft snores for good measure. Believing he was asleep, the princesses sprang to life. They opened their wardrobes and dressed in the most magnificent gowns of silk and satin. Giggling with excitement, the eldest princess tapped on her bed. With a soft rumble, the bed sank into the floor, revealing a hidden staircase. One by one, the princesses descended into the darkness. The invisible soldier, cloaked and silent, followed close behind. Down, down, down they went, until they reached an avenue of trees with leaves of pure silver. The soldier, wanting proof, broke off a small branch. A loud crack echoed through the air, startling the youngest princess. "Did you hear that?" she asked her sisters. But the eldest, eager to continue, dismissed it as a mere greeting from a prince. They continued on to a second avenue, this time with trees bearing golden leaves, and then a third, where the leaves were made of glittering diamonds. Each time, the soldier snapped off a branch as evidence. Finally, they arrived at the shore of a vast, sparkling lake. 12 small boats waited, each with a handsome prince. The princesses paired off, and the soldier slipped into the boat with the youngest princess and her partner. As they rowed across the lake, the boat felt unusually heavy. "It feels like I'm rowing against a strong current," the prince complained, unaware of his invisible passenger. On the other side of the lake stood a breathtaking castle, illuminated by thousands of lights, from which joyful music spilled out. Here, the princesses and princes danced with boundless energy until their shoes were worn to shreds. They danced until the first light of dawn threatened to break. As they rowed back across the lake, the soldier, still invisible, hurried ahead, returning to his chamber just in time. When the princesses wearily climbed the stairs, They heard him snoring and believed their secret was still safe. The soldier repeated his invisible journey for 2 more nights. On the 3rd day, he presented himself to the king. He revealed the silver, gold, and diamond branches as proof of his story. The king summoned his daughters, who, seeing the evidence, knew their secret was finally discovered. The soldier had solved the mystery. True to his word, the king offered him the hand of his eldest daughter. The soldier, having fallen for the charm of the youngest princess during his secret travels, politely asked for her hand instead. The king, overjoyed to have found an honest and clever son-in-law, happily agreed, and so their humble soldier married the youngest princess, and the nightly dancing in the secret underground kingdom came to an end. They lived happily, ruling the kingdom with wisdom and kindness for many years to come. Thank you so much for watching this magical tale with us. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another adventure. We'll see you in the next video.